Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers. Here's Randy Bullock now to put toe to leather, and off we go from Lambeau. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A give to Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 21 yards for Aaron Jones. And the Packers Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards. From the 27, Tannehill forced out to his left. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 6-0 our score after 1. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw, Tannehill. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A first down carry for Henry. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 2nd down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. To throw is Tannehill. He's got a man. It's Berkshire, the tight end. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They'll run on first down. Henry, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Tannehill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rodgers now to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This is caught. Touchdown! Robert Tunyon from 13 yards out. And the Packers add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah. Well.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Again, Tannehill. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd down and 6. From the 50, it's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Tannehill staying out there. They're going to go on 4th down. They snap it to Tannehill. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again is Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. Buying time to his left. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They run with Henry on first down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Flushed out right. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
On third down, the defense decided to blitz. A very good job of recognizing it, stepping away from the pressure, and finding open space to scramble and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. They'll run it again with Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now at Lambeau. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Henry. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Tannehill. And his throw is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Tannehill. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to get the football back at their own 17. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration. They're settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces. You can see it in their body language. Maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's got his big tight end here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 34 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Rodgers throwing here. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Rodgers. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now Crosby for the point after. So he missed his first 2, but this time it's good, and that'll extend the lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a